Hey guys, so this week's hey, look at that. Oh, I sparred with Sean Strickland the other day. He got me. Oh, you guys should see the other guy. Yeah. Anyways, so this week I'm going to be talking about weight cutting. Someone, I had a post earlier this week about what I wanted to do to help make weight cutting easier, or what should we do, more weight classes, stuff like that. And I didn't really come up with any solutions. I thought maybe, a 165 weight class would work. But what that did is it got a lot of people talking about, had a lot of people commenting and mentioning that it's ridiculous. People cut so much weight. They're cutting 30, 40, 50 pounds. And it is a pet peeve of mine to call that weight cutting, because it's really not. Now, it's true. I fight at 185, and I will walk around 225, 230, somewhere in there. It's a Fat Sam. I'm perfectly fine doing it. But I am not cutting that weight. I'll cut the last few pounds of it. But prior to stepping in a sauna, I'm just dieting. So what I mean by that is, I get heavy. All of us get heavy. As soon as I'm done fighting, I lift weights, I eat food, I enjoy myself. It's like, yeah, I won, I fought, I lived. And I don't have anything lined up. Everyone's body's going to go back to a point. I never stop working out. I'm always at the gym. Even in off camp, I'm at the gym, 4 or 5 hours a day. I've just always been that way. I enjoy doing it. But now for the weight cut part, have you ever heard the guys say, I train UFC? It's kind of a tell that they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know how to fight. It's a little more difficult now that there's UFC gyms. But, the premise remains. If you say, I train UFC, I know you don't train. I know it. It's kind of the same thing with the weight loss or dieting, weight cutting. When people say, oh, wow, that guy's got a big cut, he's got 50 pounds to lose. It's like, I know good and well you don't know how to weight cut. No, that's not, that's not your fault. I understand. Weight cutting is there's wrestlers and there's UFC guys. Not even boxers cut weight like that. But it's not weight cutting. Literally, weight cutting is just when you're in the sauna, on the treadmill with your sweatsuit on, when you are in a bathtub. That's how I do it. It's a science, but it's down to a science. So when I start camp and I'm 230 pounds, I see what my body fat is. Usually it'll be about 22%. I'll map out my workout schedule, what days are going to be the hardest, and then I start working on my nutrition. Now, the first 10 pounds come off easy. Like, as soon as I decide I'm dieting, I lose 10 pounds. So then I'm cutting from 220. My goal, if you have an 8-week camp, is to get from 220 to 200 pounds to the week of the fight where you're 200 pounds. And so I work out what my weight is, how much I'm working out, what I'm able to do, and then I work my diet from there. Once I have my camp planned out, when my hardest workouts are, when my conditioning is, when my lifting is, when my this, when my that is, then I will start, managing my meals, my meal prepping. I've always done it myself, but now the UFC is working with, what's it called? On it? No, it'll come to me. The UFC provides all the food for me, and it's really good. They actually map out a lot of it for me, which has taken a huge stress off me. They send me the foods, I microwave them 4 times a day, and I eat really well. And I know how many calories are going in, and I know how many calories are going out. I stopped videoing. Look, it's Icon. I can't believe I forgot it. It's Icon. He hit me harder than I thought. Icon meals, and they have been tremendous. I've used Trifecta before. I've used some local guys. I most of the time I do it for myself. I have a Traeger grill, and I love salmon. I love fish, and I'll make a lot of fish, and I'll plan it out myself. I'll know what I'm ingesting as to what I'm, putting out. On the harder workouts, I'll eat more carbs. I'll eat some carbs afterwards too. It helps with the recovery. I'll take my protein. I know exactly what's going in and out. My goal typically in an 8-week camp is to lose 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds a week. Now, that is a bit of a crash diet. If you're just trying to lose weight to be healthy, you're going to lose about 1 pound a week. I'm going a little harder than that, but I'm trying to keep myself, as functional as possible, because it is a hard job. It's Sunday. It's the day of rest, and I sparred, 5 four rounds and I hit mitts with Sean Strickland today. So I know what I did, and I used the MyZone heart rate and calorie counter, and that, oh man, that has changed my world. They don't sponsor me, so I don't know, tag them in this video if you're watching it. But oh, I love it. It tells me how many calories every workout is. So I did four and a half rounds today. I burned 700 calories. So I was like, yes. But I also know that's all I'm going to burn today. I know on a super hard day, I'm going to burn 2,000 calories. 2,000 calories, now I know tomorrow is going to suck unless I, ingest what I need to ingest. And that's what camp is. I'm dieting. I'm not cutting weight. I'm losing weight. I'm dieting. And it is a bit of a crash diet, but my body's used to it at this point, so it's not terrible. So I do that for, if it's an 8-week camp, I'll do that for 7 weeks. That puts me the week of my fight. Ideally, the Tuesday before my weigh-ins are Friday, I will step on that scale and I will be 200 pounds. Ideally, it'll be 185, but now actually, I like being heavy. Cutting weight sucks, but I'm okay with it. So I will be 200 pounds. That is 15 pounds I need to lose from Tuesday to Friday. I'm still not cutting weight. I'm not. I'm preparing my body to lose weight. That's what I'm doing. Now, I've worked with George Lockhart and Daniel Leith. I am certified nutritionist under them, and I have cut weight many, many times. Shoot, I've got over 70 fights, and I cut weight for almost all of them. I know how to do it. The first part of my career, I did it wrong. I did. I worked real hard and ate real little. It's not the way to do it. What you need to do is your body just holds on to water. It wants water to be stuck in you because water's healthy and your body knows it. Now, when I'm losing weight, which is this week I'm preparing my body to make the cut. I'm probably eating 1,500 to 2,000 calories. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I might go down a little bit, and then Friday I'm back all the way after I make weight. I'm preparing my body. So what I'm doing is I am now cutting out all carbs, all bread carbs, and I'm limiting sugars. I'm trying to see how much glucose I can lose. And you know what, you can do it all with math. I wish I had my book. I'd show you. I look at the math. I was like, oh, that makes sense. I show it to anyone else and it doesn't make any sense. You have to turn how many pounds you are to kilograms, and then you do. It's very confusing, but I've done it so many times, not only for myself, but for my team. I've got a good handle of it. So typically I will drink 3 to 4 gallons of water a day starting Tuesday. So I'm water loading. 10 days prior to my fight, so that's what, 3 days, 4 days before my fight, 10 days prior to my fight, I'm going to be upping my water take to 2 to 3 gallons a day. Then the week of my fight, I'm going 3 to 4 gallons a day. And I am up all night paying. So real funny, I was fighting, was it Daniel Kelly over in Australia? Or whoever it was. I was fighting over in Australia. And I went to bed like at 2:11. Like I gained 11 pounds throughout the day. I'm like, oh no, this is bad. This is bad. I was up all night peeing. Like I'd sleep and then I'd wake up and I'd go pee, and I'd sleep and I'd wake up and go pee. And when I woke up in the morning, I was like 196. I lost 15 pounds overnight. It was like, wow, this works. And so I just kept chugging water, and I'm eating food all day. I'm staying really, I'm not working out nearly as much this week. This week, I'm kind of just chilling. I'll run in the morning. I might run at night. I'm just chilling. And I'm eating my food, playing my video games, just having a good time. Just preparing my body for the final cut. Making sure that everything I take is to help my body release the water when I want it to. So there are a lot of natural diuretics. You have dandelion root, uva ursa, pamabram, and dandelion root tea. I like that. I like the pills more, but the tea actually tastes pretty good. And they're all diuretics. They all just keep me peeing, keep me peeing, keep me peeing. So Tuesday night, go to bed 2:11, I wake up 196. Like, oh, this is awesome. So I'm chugging. Wednesday, I go to bed, I'm probably 2:05, and I wake up at like 193. So yes! Now at this point, it starts getting a little harder. My calories are going down. I'm feeling real lethargic. So I'm eating a higher fat. Like peanut butter is great. There's not much sodium in it. By the way, I forgot to mention 0 sodium this week, like as close to 0 as possible. Peanut butter is a great fat. Your brain runs off the fat. So especially Thursday, I'll cut back to mostly just fat. And that'll just keep me functioning. I go to bed. I'm usually that day I'll cut back on the water. The rule of thumb is 24 hours prior to when I'm going to officially cut weight. I stop drinking water so much. So that Thursday, I'm gonna cut back to, if I drink 8 ounces that day, that's a lot of water. I'm trying to keep it under 8 ounces. Now you might consider this part of the official cut because I'm depleting myself of water, or not taking any water in, but I'm not officially depleting it yet. So Thursday night, I'm usually 193, 192, somewhere in there. I might take a bath that night, like depending on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling real good, I'll go take a 20-minute bath and I'll lose 2 or 3 pounds. So I go to bed close to 190, 189 point something like that. I'll sleep as best I can. And then the next morning, as close to weigh-ins as I'm comfortable losing weight is when the official cut starts. If I take a bath the night before, that is my official cut has started. If I do all the weight in the morning, that's my official cut. And so I try to keep it under 6 pounds. 6 pounds in a sitting, you feel like garbage, but you can do it. And I know I can do it. I was just talking earlier. I've done this so many times. I know what I can cut. I know how my body works. I know what I'm comfortable doing. That I keep trying to make myself a little more uncomfortable. It's like, well, if I'm 201 on Tuesday, that's not so bad. If I'm 202, I could do that. And so I gotta really fight the urge to eat too much. But it does happen. It does happen. So now, let's say I didn't cut last night. So this morning I have 6 or 7 pounds to cut. I'm officially starting my cut. This is when I'm going to go into the bathtub. I'm going to sit in the bathtub. I'm going to be as hot as I possibly can stand it. Now, the official strategies, you get the temperature of the water up to 107 to 109. I prefer it like 111. That's where it's burning your nuts. Pardon my language if little kids are watching, but that's where it's hot. But I could do it. I will sit in that bathtub. The rule of thumb is, once you start sweating, 15 minutes more. My first bath, I try to do 25 minutes. I'll usually start sweating immediately. If I can stand 25 minutes, I will stand 25 minutes. Once I'm done with that 25 minutes, I'm in bad shape at that point. I crawl out, my team, my wife primarily, wraps me in blankets and towels, and I will just sit there with my mouth open, breathing cold air, until I stop sweating. Most of the weight I lose will be under those towels. I typically lose 2 to 3 pounds every 30 minutes while I'm doing this system. So it'll take 2 or 3 baths to make weight. My last time I made it in like a bath and a half. It just came off me. So I'm hoping that happens again this next one. But that is officially weight cutting. Now, something you should know is, again, I judge you, and not most fighters will. I judge you when you say, oh, you've got a lot of weight cut. You've got 50 pounds to lose. I do not have 50 pounds to cut. I cut 6 pounds, 7 pounds maybe. I have a lot of weight to lose, and I will lose that weight, but the actual cut is only the day of. So when you're talking to fighters, when you're talking to athletes that are in the combative sports that have to lose weight, talk about it that way. And if you come across a fighter who says, yeah, I have to cut 50 pounds, bullshit, and you call them out on it. So you are not cutting 50 pounds. You are losing 30 pounds, preparing yourself to lose 20 more, and then you're cutting the final 7. If you have any questions about my process or little things, I didn't get into the big details of how to cut the weight, just the overall thought process of it's not cutting weight unless you're in a sauna. So yeah, if you have any questions, please hit me up in the comments. I'll do the best I can to add them. And if the question is great enough, my YouTube channel next week will be based on your question. So make them good, make them often, tag your friends, let everyone know. Remember, when I get to 1,000 members on this YouTube page, I will be giving away autographs. I'll be doing all that. Once I get to, I think I'm going to make the number, once I get to 10,000 or 20,000, I'm going to fly somebody out to train with me. But for now, 1,000 members, we're getting autographs, hats, gloves, whole 9 yards. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys think of this. Oh, and a few weeks ago, I was trying to come up with a good tagline, and I think I've got it. It's okay. And remember, guys, never don't smile.